gathered here on the virtual platform of Google Meet for the webinar on solution based on SharePoint Online and Office 365. The guest speaker of today's webinar is Mr. Advait Khatavkar sir. Advait sir have completed his Masters in Computer Application in 2010 and he started his career as a software engineer in December 2010. After that, he has worked as a SharePoint analyst in Amdocs. Currently, he's working as a business analyst in Syngenta. So I can say he have enough experience to share his knowledge on today's topic. So without any further delay, I'd like to hand over this session to advisor and I would request him to please begin the webinar.
Thank you, madam. Hello, everyone. Good morning. All right, so let's start with the presentation. Madam, can you just confirm whether it is visible to you?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. All right. So, as madam has already introduced me, so I won't repeat everything. Just the one thing that in my career of last 10 plus year, most of the time I was working on the different SharePoint versions. Currently, we are working on SharePoint Online and Office 365. And I love to fulfill or complete business requirement, accomplish some tasks using most of no code solution or very less solution using SharePoint out of the box features and combination of other Office 365 tools and offerings. So as you all know, you must be aware of different types of portals. So first we'll see what is portal and then we'll go one by one. I'll introduce you with the SharePoint Online, with SharePoint terminology, some key concepts, and how we configure SharePoint to meet different kind of business requirement, and what type of business solutions we can create using SharePoint, using some other Office 365 tools. So, as you are IT people, you must be aware of different portals. You must be using a few of the portals internally. When I say internally, within your organization, you must also use different types of portals out of your organization. So portal is nothing but the web page or website where you get an information regarding something. So when I say something, it can be anything. It can be your organization intranet, or maybe a collaboration platform of your own team. And based on the business requirement, you build up your portal. So let's say if you need to build up some app, display some videos, maybe need to share some documents. So as per your requirement, you build up your portal. And it may consist just of one website or a number of website and subsites within that, or it can be a standalone website as well. And while creating portal, you need to be sure that only certain set of people, or maybe target audience should access that, no one else. So for example, if your portal is open to all, let's say if you want to publish information on intranet, so obviously it should be open to entire world. But if it is an intranet site, so you need to take care that only people within your organization should access that, no one else. And accordingly, if you are building a team or maybe a subunit within that, so you need to make sure that only that set of people should access and should have a right access. A right access means correct access, whether it is read access or write access or any combination of permissions, any other combination of permissions. So again, you need to take care that portal should be up to date. So you need to think of administration side of the portal, which should be easy, user friendly, so that people who have assigned as an admin of that portal, they can access the portal any point of time, and they can update the information, whether it is text or videos or links or anything else. And yes, it should be easily accessible. When I say easily accessible nowadays, more focus is on mobile platform, because everyone is using mobile phone. It is handy with them, especially after COVID situation. Um, Most of the IT organizations also, they are working to make their portals easily accessible. So people are working from home, people are working out of their office intranet. So those people should also work very easily with different kind of portals using any kind of mobile device wherever they are and at whatever time they wanted to access. So currently, mainly after this pandemic situation, this aspect, easy accessibility, has become more and more important. So yeah, one more important aspect is you should be able to search whatever you wanted to see on your portal very easily. So your search functionality and search option should be really very user friendly, and um, maybe prominently you should be able to see where you can search on your portal, different kinds of portal. So I'll summarize. Portal is a place where you can put any types of information for your target audience. Then what is SharePoint? So in a layman language, I can say SharePoint is a tool, or in fact enterprise tool, to build up different kinds of portals. So when I say different kinds of portal, we'll see what type of how we can differentiate between these two types of portal over here. Using Microsoft terminology, how they define how they define everything is Microsoft SharePoint is cloud-based service that helps organizers to share and manage content. Content can be anything. Um, to empower teamwork, quickly find information, and seamless collaboration within your team. So when we say empower teamwork, uh, it belongs to collaborative platform or collaboration portal. So when I say collaboration portal, you must be using Teams, Microsoft Teams, for attending different meetings and sharing different information within your team. If you are not using that, maybe you may get to know about Teams in upcoming slides. And yes, as I said earlier, you can create different types of portal for your intranet site, extranet site, or internet site. So when Microsoft launched this SharePoint kind of stuff in 2003, I believe. So that time, SharePoint was not the name; it was something else. After that, in 2007, they named it MOS, um, and then afterward, it became SharePoint from 2010 onward. So uh, there are two types of different SharePoint, or different ways to access SharePoint. One is your on-prem, and another one is your SharePoint Online. So SharePoint Online published for the entire world in 2011. Before that, it was only on premise. When I say on premise, you need to take a license first, whichever version you wanted to go for, and then you need to also purchase license for different servers, different SQL and all, and then you need to configure everything using SharePoint Administrator. So you need to install those things in one of your server or machine. And obviously the maintenance cost and overall cost will be high if you go for just on-prem. So current version of on-prem SharePoint is SharePoint 2019, and you can see, as I have mentioned here in slide, 2016, 13, 10, MOS 7, and further. These were the older versions. When you go for SharePoint Online, so basically most important aspect here is SharePoint Online is in cloud. It's a service as a solution which is given by Microsoft, and you can pay for only those things which you are using. So you need to analyze first for what purpose I need to go for SharePoint, and then accordingly you can select a plan, and then further also you can configure the things, and you can pay only for those many combinations, not for entire thing. So here you don't need to install anything on your machine, no need to pay for extra servers, no need to manage everything um, uh, by appointing SharePoint administrators. So now things become very easy, and according to your requirement, you can pay the license fee for only that particular portion, and you can move on. So I'll summarize this. There are two types of SharePoint. One is on-prem and one is online. So we'll discuss regarding the SharePoint online version here, which got launched in 2011, and now which is very stable along with very powerful capabilities and features. So let's see the key concepts of SharePoint, how it looks like in a vanilla flavor, what we can do with the vanilla flavor site, and how we can build these different portals using different key concepts. So, okay, as listed here, we can say there are different what you can say key concepts or combination or parts within the SharePoint. So we have started.
Advait sir,
Yes.
sir, sir, your PPT is not visible.
Okay. Is it visible now?
No, sir, the blank screen. I can see the blank screen. Not
Okay.
visible.
Give me a sec. So it was not visible at all from the first slide.
Yes.
Okay.
No, sir, the blank screen is only visible.
Okay. Okay.
No, no, sir. No, sir.
Give me a minute. I hope it is visible now, not in presentation mode.
No, sir, not yet.
Not yet.
So please try for share entire screen option. Don't share the tab or window. Share entire screen
Okay.
option is there.
Okay. Can you see my screen now? The
Yes,
Google Meet.
screen is visible, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let's go one by one. Okay. Can you see the PPT now?
No, sir, not yet.
Okay, I think.
Yes, yes, it is visible now.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Yes, visible.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right, so we are at this slide, SharePoint key concepts. Earlier, we see what is a portal and what is SharePoint Online. So these were earlier slides. So this is what I have already explained, and these are two different types of platform using which we can access SharePoint. All right, we were at this slide. Very sorry. So these are listed key concepts. We'll go one by one. First, we'll see what is site, how it looks like, then how we can create different pages using again no code solution. What are the web parts? What are the sections, web part sections? What are the list and libraries? How we can create different views for different audiences using filters and sorting and group by option, and then we can see how we can provide navigation in your SharePoint site or SharePoint portal, because that is very much important for the entire business logic and business flow, user flow basically. And we also see how we can put security at different places on SharePoint, how we can restrict unwanted people, how we can make sure that certain section, certain portion of the site or the entire site is shared with um, all the people or target audience. Right. So this is SharePoint site, how it looks like. So there are two types of sites, basically what SharePoint provides you. One is your publishing site, another one is your collaboration site. So purpose is hidden in the title only. When I say publishing site, here the intention is to publish something for your audience. So your audience can be anything within your organization, or maybe if it is internet site, it is open to world. So here you are just publishing the stuff. Your admins, they can go and check whether your content is up to date. Um, it is not the case that some old events are still publishing on your page, some old unrelevant material which is not relevant is still publishing on your page, and they can make sure that it is up to date. So um, the one which I am showing right now is publishing SharePoint, where you can see different parts. So in SharePoint terminology, we call this web part, and then you can have a news section, you can have an event section, you can display your upcoming events or existing the current events over here, and you can have multiple things on this side. You can share documents, you can uh, display videos, um, and do much more things. So, okay, let's see. If I click here on this tab, I'll go to the page where I can put some more information. The same which I have put those in those slides. What is SharePoint and what are different um, types of SharePoint, something like that. So here using different web parts, I can build up this page. So to create page, what I need to do is just need to go here on new tab and click on page. So I'll select from the template whether I need some visual page with some um, fancy layout. When I say fancy layout, it is some text, some videos, or I need a basic text or a blank page. So if I select these two, I need to play with the existing stuff. Either I need to edit it or delete it according to my requirement. So usually I prefer this blank. I just need to create here, create page. I can type something, let's say test page one. I can upload image. Okay, and let's say I can type here test one. So within the page, there are two types of things. One is called Webpack section. So can you see these horizontal bars, two lines? So this is
Yes.
nothing but Webpack section. And then within section, you can have multiple Webpack. So this is just a one Webpack. This is called simple text Webpack. If you want to add new, you can just go here and add from available Webpack. So these are some standard web parts which SharePoint provides you out of the box. Plus, on top of it, you can develop your own web parts as well using coding. So when I say coding, um, you have some flexibility for developer as well here in SharePoint. So if something which is not fulfilling your requirement, something which is out of the box, not fulfilling your requirement, you can go for the custom approach. When I say custom approach, you can simply build up your web parts using C Sharp custom coding or a client side coding using, let's say, JavaScript or JSON. So you have that functionality as well. And you can build up these custom web parts or custom pages or custom list and libraries at any level of SharePoint. So, okay, here right now you can see all out of the box web part. Let me select one. Okay, let me select image. So here I can simply select image, whether it is already available on Teams or I can browse it from my PC. Even I can get it from internet. And then so on I can, okay, here I'm selecting different section layout. So I don't want a single layout. I just need, let's say, three column layout. So I can add, let's say, file viewer. I can upload a file from my PC. So basically this file gets stored in one of the SharePoint library. We'll see what is library and list. And from there, I can show this tab. I can write something. Okay, let's say. In similar fashion, you can add anything. Okay, this is Accordion Webpart. I'll show you how it works. Here you can just, you need to put your questions or your tabs. Let's say question one. I want to display this. Question two. I want to display this as well. Add. So here I can write answer. Something like this. And I can publish. Okay, when I publish the page, it will ask me where you wanted to link this page, whether you want to email this page to anyone, just to review, maybe your boss or the editor of your organization, whether you want to save this page as a template. So using this option, you can avoid rework. Let's say if your boss asked you to create, let's say 50 pages, this kind of pages where page should have, let's say 10 different kind of components. One is image, one is video, one is this, let's say Accordion Webpart, one is file, and so on. So every time you need to create a blank page and then you need to add those many components. Instead of that, you can use this option. You can say, okay, save this page as a template, and from next time onward, you can use that template to put your information. So in that case, you just need to change the content within the page. So right now, okay, this is done. This is my page. Add a name. That's fine. This is done. Now I can see there is a blank page over here, and page doesn't look good. So I can do some changes based on this layout. So instead of 3, I can again switch back to 2. I can select this layout, and then, okay, I feel, okay, this is not the relevant one. Okay, now it looks nice. And here, let's say this one, I need to change the color. Yeah. You can go back to your home, and now your page is created. Now let's talk about the navigation. You have created the page, but if you share this site with anyone, that particular person won't be able to see that page because you have not provided any navigation from your home page. So either if they are smart, if they are smart SharePoint user, they can go into pages and they can find out the right page. But it will be tedious if your number of pages are multiple, maybe in hundreds. So in that case, you can simply go here and add new tab. You can provide your link, which I just copied, and page 1. You can also set target audience. So let's say if you want to highlight or display this test page 1 to, let's say, certain people, only 3 people from your organization. So you can restrict that as well. Right now you can see this test page 1 over here, and I can quickly jump onto the page. This is how it works. We'll see other components as well. Seen what is site, what is pages, web parts we have seen. Navigation. Okay, before that, let's go one step back. Or main types, rather I can say. One is publishing, one is collaboration. So that site was publishing site. This one I have created using collaboration template or team template. So intention was, the earlier intention was to publish some information for end user, mostly in read format only. So here expectation is people just they should able to read everything. They should go to different components and they can get more and more information about some subject or some organization. Here in this collaboration platform, the intention is people should able to have contribute access, and they should be able to add new documents, edit further things, if not required, they should be able to delete any particular component or particular document from the team, and maybe you can send it for your manager's approval, manager's review. So those kind of things you can do using this particular site. So let's go to the document. So document is nothing but the document library, which gets created with this SharePoint site, where you can upload different documents. You can create folders, or you can um, directly upload the folders as well. Okay, so I wanted to upload this entire folder. I wish you need to refresh. Okay, so folder is up now. So in this way, I can upload different folder files, and I can share it within people. So when I say share within people, by default, all the people who has access to this site, they can access this folder. But I want to, if I want to restrict people and I want to share it with, let's say, only certain people, I can do that as well. So either I can put permissions of here, manage access. Okay, so by default, you can see these are the groups, groups which are created using SharePoint when we create this site. So this is, if you see the name, this is business solution using SharePoint team. So this is the name of site, and then visitors is a group name. So accordingly, if you create, let's say, site one, so group name will be site one owners, site one visitors, and site one members. And accordingly, you can add people over here. So if I add, let's say, 10 people under site member, they will have collaborator access. They will get collaborator access over here, or edit permission. If I add, let's say, 20 people under visitors, so they will get read-only access. They won't be able to add anything or delete anything. And if I add, let's say, 2 people under owners, they will get full control of this site. They can do anything with this site. They can also delete this site. While providing permissions, we need to be more conscious to whom we are giving access and what type of access we are providing. So, okay, as I say, we can restrict here. So we can see first who all can access and what type of access they have. Now, if I don't want to share this with all these our audiences, so I can simply remove that particular group or that particular person. Stop sharing, remove, and let's say using this, I can say, okay, please grant access to, let's say, certain group, a certain DL, or certain people. I'm putting my name only. Let's consider if there is someone else. And I can see, okay, please grant him an edit access, grant access. So now what will happen? Not all the people who are accessing this site can access this document, but there could be some new people as well who can access the document. So in that case, you can add new people, you can share your stuff amongst others, and you can restrict people as well. So in SharePoint, you can set a security or access permission at 4 different levels. One is your site. If you go here under site permission, you can see. So yeah, using this group, you can keep adding members. So whichever whoever you are adding, that person will get entire access for entire site. And then one is site level, one is at library level. So let's say if I want to give access to 5 new people just for this library, not for entire site, because my other information is confidential. So I can do that. I can just go here in site library setting, and I can give permission to. Okay, so here you can see by default, all the people who has access this site, they can also access this library. So now if I want to restrict this access or want to inherit this permission, so I can stop inheritance first using this option. Then I will remove unwanted people, remove user permission, and then third step, I will add new people using grant permission. Let's say Anurag. Here you can see what type of permissions you can provide, whether it is full control or design control. If that person is designer and you wanted to design this site or document library or contribute or read, whichever thing you can provide according to your requirement, and you can share it with him. So now Anurag won't be able to see anything in this site, but he can access this library and he can also contribute to this library. That's how it works. Yeah, you can see your activities over here, the recent activities, who has added what. Yeah, and one more interesting thing is you can also create Microsoft Team using these types of site, the collaboration site. There is an option called Microsoft Team, whether you want to create a Microsoft Team as well. So if I say yes, add a Microsoft Team, so a new entry will get created in Microsoft Team using same name. And in backend, um, everything is organized using Office 365 group. So when I say Office 365 group, it's a terminology in Office 365 uh, using which you can create multiple resources. So multiple resources could be anything. Um, it could be your SharePoint site, it could be your Microsoft Teams. In fact, if you know about this thing, your you can say OneDrive. So your OneDrive is also based on SharePoint site. In the backend, it is SharePoint site only. Whether it is Team, whether it is SharePoint site, whether it is OneDrive, in the backend, a SharePoint site gets created, and you store all your information or your data within that SharePoint site only. Only front interfaces are different. So if I go to Microsoft Teams, let's say this is my Microsoft Teams. Under Teams, I can see the newly created one. Yeah, yeah. Business solution using SharePoint. So this one I created right now. And then I can keep adding new members over here. I can sharing file, keep sharing files, keep creating wiki, and so on. So now let's go back to the slide. in interest of time. Okay, so we have seen what is SharePoint. Now we'll see what is Office 365 and how we can leverage other services under Office 365 to build up different SharePoint solutions, or in fact, no code solutions. So again, Microsoft Office 365 is a bunch of services uh, provided using cloud technology, and this is the definition provided by Microsoft. It's a cloud service, cloud solution. They called it as a um, global solution hub, where you can host your services outside your organization on cloud, and you can just again pay for those things which are required to you, not all, based on your requirement, based on your usage, based on your um, what you can say user base, how many users you have in your organization. You can pay for only that much of uh, thing, or that much of combination. So um, there are multiple services which comes under Office 365. When we say Office, usually this Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, and few more things comes to in our mind. So that was the traditional approach. So here in Office 365, they added number of multiple services, and they tried to um, give some linkage between uh, the different services. So this picture is very important. You can see over here this Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So they say Office applications, pure or traditional Office applications which we are using since years. Then we have SharePoint Online and Microsoft Teams, which they called as the enterprise application and collaboration applications. So Microsoft Team is mainly for collaboration, and they say SharePoint as the enterprise application. For search, they provided Delve, where you can have your profile and you can search for anything. You can search for your SharePoint site, you can search for your different documents which you uploaded in Teams or any different platform. Maybe it could be your email, it could be your OneDrive, it could be anything. So you can search anything using your Delve profile. Um, okay, let me show you how it looks like. Okay, so where can I see all my Office 365 tool which are applicable to me? So I just need to go here in Waffle menu from any of my SharePoint site or a team site and need to click here. So under this, I can see all the apps, all different tools provided by Office 365, and um, which are uh, paid for, paid by my organization. Okay, here's a list of all the apps. I have an admin console. I have Microsoft Bookings, which is recently launched, I think last year, um, in pandemic situation. So they wanted to do online business. They wanted to help people with more and more online business, and they launched this booking to get the bookings for commercial purpose. And then we have calendar. Then we have this Excel and other stuff. We have Microsoft Forms, using which we can create different surveys. We can also create different forms, and in the backend we can store all the information on SharePoint site. So when I say SharePoint site, we can do it in list. Okay, let's see what is list. So list is nothing but the place where we put all the information in the form of record. So like in Excel, if we store something in Excel, what we do, we create different columns. Let's say number, surname, country belongs to, and let's say your department, and so on. So this is nothing but the same thing, but in web format. So I have created this custom list. The name is again custom list. You can change it to anything. Where by default, there is only one column, that is title, and this country assigned to approver status, all these columns are created by me. And you can keep creating this column. Let's say, um, okay, your patient date, something like that. It will get created. Okay, admission date. And okay, this is my list. Now I need to fill up something into this list. So I'll just go here, new, and a form will open. So this particular form is not a SharePoint out of the box thing. This I have created using Microsoft Power App, which we'll see in next couple of minutes. What is this? But just see the difference. I have changed the color, and I did some more cosmetic changes over here, and I published it. If you go here, okay, let's say document. Okay, let's create a new list, blank list. List name is S2. Show in site navigation, yes. So if this checkbox is checked, so I don't need to create a separate navigation node. It will show here, test. Okay, so here you can see only title is there by default, which is required field. And then I need to keep adding different columns like this. Let's say person assigned to. Okay, now you can see the difference. If I go here, so this is pure SharePoint out of the box thing, which appear like this. Um, I need to fill something. Let's test one. Assign to person. Here I can pick a person from my organization AD. The AD which is synced with this Share Office 365. You can get any people from your organization. So let's say again, I'll pick Anurag, who is my colleague. I can attach something if I want, and then I can save this. Okay, so this is custom list, and here if I click on new, you can see the form is different. Why? Because I created this using Power App and I published it. So I changed this um, width and height and color and everything. And other thing remains same. So to let's say country, I can pick from available option, assign to field, approver. I can say status. I can select something, and if required, I can attach file. Save. Okay, so this is just a record. So now go back to the earlier side, that is Office 365. So when I say these things are interlinked, how we will see. So let's talk about dwell first. I'll go here, click on all app. Okay. So from here, I can search for anything, people, maybe content, and any other stuff. So using this, you can search for anything. Then you have OneNote, Microsoft Access. In OneNote, you can put your notes, daily notes, maybe while having meeting or while having your work. Microsoft Publisher is also again another good tool. Yammer, Skype, these are your organization social platform where you can post anything, you can ask for anything, and people will contribute over there using comment section. They can also like your post, give some um, reaction, just like a Facebook. But this is, you can say, if Facebook is a internet version, this is your intranet version of your social networking, of official social networking. Skype for Business is dying right now. They recommend to use Teams, and they club these Skype features within Microsoft Teams. OneDrive, where you can put everything, you can store all your information, and you can store it in um, a cloud, which you can further use from any device anywhere. And then, yeah, videos and presentation. For that, you have these videos and Microsoft Videos, Microsoft Stream. Sway is there for, let's say, small advertising thing, small pop-up and advertising thing. You can use Microsoft Sway. Outlook, Exchange, and Calendar. You can use these applications for emailing and calendaring. So we are also dealing with these calendars and Outlook application with SharePoint very closely. So let's say if you wanted to build up some solution, you have a list of, let's say, students, uh, and if you want that any new students join in, and if we have a new record, so notification should go to certain people. When I say certain people, there could be some people who are working in office, maybe register, and such kind of people who work in college office, and maybe some HOD of department. So they should be able to know that, okay, who is a new joinee. So you can create different kinds of notification and alerts using this Outlook and Power Automate. And then, yeah, we have Task and Planner to collaborate better. So in Planner, you can keep adding different uh, tasks. You can do the same in Task, but in Planner, you can have a different view. So basically, you can manage your task in very organized manner. I'll also show you that very quickly.
Hello, sir. Last
Yeah,
5 minutes are remaining, so I need
yeah,
to ask
sure.
the questions now.
Okay, give me 2 minutes, then we'll go to the question answers round.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Only three questions are there.
Okay, fine. Give me 2 3 minutes more. Yeah. So this
Hmm.
is a planner, and you can have a better view of your all your tasks which are assigned by someone else or which are created by you for yourself. So you can see which all things are in progress, which things are delayed, and accordingly you can prioritize your task. So yeah, let's say here I can see all my um, tasks in last 1 year, assigned to whom and everything, and I can filter it by different members and date and so on. Okay, most important thing over here is your business application platform, which is your Microsoft Power App, your Microsoft Flow. Microsoft Flow is named as a Microsoft Power Automate and Microsoft Form. So Okay, advantages. I think most of the advantages we already covered. You can access it from anywhere. You don't need to pay for an entire thing. You will have 24/7 support for your office thing and so on. So yeah, here's these are some combinations using which you can build up your different solutions. So using online and Teams, you can build up very strong communication and exchange platform. Using SharePoint Online and Yammer, you can build up your publishing kind of stuff and social platform for your organization. Again, using Planner, you can organize your task and things as we just see. And these are your business applications, which are very, very important to build up different types of business solutions. So when I say business application platform, initially Microsoft involved Power BI, Power App, and Microsoft Flow. So as written over here, you can use Power BI to create different types of reports and dashboard. Basically, this is for your business analytics kind of thing. So let's say you're storing number of data, thousands of data in your SharePoint, and now you wanted to create reports and dashboard out of those. So you can do it using combination of SharePoint Online and Power BI. Then let's jump on to Power App. So that form which I was showing to you, that was created in Power App. You can create different kind of forms and other application using Power App based on your requirement. So this is very, very powerful tool. Again, using no code solution, you can do this, but if something is very critical which you cannot um, build up using out of the box features and out of the box controls, so there is a functionality to have a code based solutions as well. So you can write client side code over there, and you can get the things done using Power Apps. And then Microsoft Power Automate or Microsoft Flow is to automate something. Let's say approval process which involve multiple approval levels. So you can do that using SharePoint Online plus Power Automate. So in my list, there were one approver, one was assigned to person, and some other field. So using those field, I can create a flow, some business flow to meet some business requirement. So business requirement could be anything. Let's say on action of something, I should get notification for someone. If something has changed, please send alert to someone. Some, let's say, PO price is higher than $1,000, then please send email to some person and they then get approval from X person to go to the further step. So these kind of business applications, business requirements, you can fulfill using SharePoint and this Microsoft Flow. That's what I have written here. Let's go to question and answers.
Yes, sir. First question is, does using SharePoint free users from relying on VPN?
Okay, so VPN you don't need to use over here. You can, if you want to use SharePoint free, so you can go for a free trial version as well of SharePoint as well as Office 365. So if you go to Microsoft, you can go for the trial version using your Microsoft email address. So just go and try. You can able to create sites for yourself.
Okay, sir. And one more question is, what are the Office 365 encryption functions? How much secure it is from regular Office?
Okay, so when you say Microsoft Office 365 security level, you can put security levels at different levels, I can say. So one is while you're building your Office 365. So as you're purchasing this from Microsoft, they're making sure that entire thing is very secure. On top of it, there are some security settings which you can configure and make sure that uh, your application or your tools within Office 365 are secured as per your requirement. So everybody's requirement regarding securities could be different. So few organizations need to share some information to their vendors. Uh, let's say for example, Syngenta is agricultural company. So we need to involve growers or farmers for some of the processes. So those people are outside the Syngenta world, and we need to provide access to them as well. So we need to play with this security breaches and security settings according to the requirement. But yes, Microsoft is uh, fulfilling all such security requirement from their end as well.
Okay, sir. And last question is I want to ask this question. So if I'm
Mhm.
using, so can I assign unique permissions to each of my students in the SharePoint?
Yes, yes. Unique permission you can assign if you want, but user based. But can you just elaborate a little more the business case or scenario? Why you want to assign different unique permission for each business, each
Okay.
user?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
No, no. I'm asking a question. Can you just elaborate this question a little more? Because usually you assign unique permission for your documents or your content, maybe some video which you wanted to highlight to, let's say, 10 new students only, maybe new students. So you can share that video with those 10 students. You can share certain part of content for, let's say, second year students only. So you can um, differentiate your user base, and then you can put different types of permission.
Okay, so I can have different set of permissions from different set of groups, right?
Right, right, right. Exactly.
Okay,
So
okay, okay.
basically, here you put different permissions on content, not on users, and you assign users accordingly.
Okay. Okay, so if I want to share some documents only with particular students, then I will see that
Yes, you can
settings
do
in.
that.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So better to have that group first of all, whether it is first year students, second year students, or what, and then you can need to provide access to the entire group rather than adding those 50 plus user one by one.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time. And I would like to thank my HOD, ma'am, Poonam, for giving me this opportunity to conduct a webinar. I'd also like to thank the head of our institute, Jatin Vaidya, sir, for always encouraging us to conduct such webinar. And thank you so much, Advait, sir, for your time and efforts. I hope the students have learned a lot from the session. And thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Yes, yes, yes. A good day, sir.
Good day.